You say you'll be down in 5. The smell of your perfume is floating down the stairs. You're fixing up your hair like you do. I know that I'll be a mess the second that I see you. You won't be surprised, it happens every time, it's nothing new. It's always on a night like tonight. I thank God you can read my mind. Cause when you look at me with those eyes, I'm speechless, staring at you standing there in that dress. What it's doing to me ain't a secret, cause watching you is all that I can do. And I'm speechless, you already know that you're my weakness. After all this time I'm just as nervous every time you walk into the room. I'm speechless. It started when you said hello, just did something to me. And I've been in a daze ever since the day that we met. You took the breath out of my lungs, can't even fight it. And all of the words out of my mouth without even trying. And I'm speechless, staring at you standing there in that dress. What it's doing to me ain't a secret, cause watching you is all that I can do. And I'm speechless, you already know that you're my weakness. After all this time I'm just as nervous every time you walk into the room. I'm speechless. Yeah, baby. It's always on a night like tonight. I thank God you can read my mind. I'm speechless, you're standing there in that dress. Girl, it ain't a secret, cause watching you is all that I can do. I'm speechless, you already know that you're my weakness. After all this time I'm just as nervous every time you walk into the room.
This afternoon's wedding ceremony will be officiated by Reverend Raúl Hernández. La ceremonia de boda de esta inolvidable y mágica tarde será ofrecida por el reverendo Raúl Hernández.
You are coming here today in the mystery of what we call love. Bienvenidos a todos. Esta celebración es para celebrar el misterio del amor. Estamos aquí para reconocer la unión de Michelle y Julian en lo que llamamos el acto sagrado de matrimonio, que se considera uno de los signos más preciosos en nuestra vida, porque el amor es amor y tenemos que reconocer eso en todos que quieren amar. Estamos aquí hoy preparándonos para la nueva jornada de ellos. We're here to celebrate your new chapter, a new beginning, a change. It is with great pleasure from the moment we met, right, that I am here to officiate. I found your energy, the beauty of it, and she kept me in line, you know, she making sure everything was okay. And I love that. I love that when people really are excited. And I told you that I don't usually marry people that I don't see the energy. I tell them straight to their faces and I say, goodbye, I don't want you. And then they tell me to go jump in the lake and I say, whatever, right? But I see something beautiful in both of you, right? And that is the power, right? You are connected. You have a profound energy. Tenemos hoy dos personas aquí que están conectados, que tienen una conexión de amor y profundo energía que se le puede ver en la manera que se miran, en la manera que se hablan, en la manera que se ríen. You even finish your sentence sometimes, I heard that. You know, you probably tell them what to say, which is perfectly fine, right? That is love. Esta unión de estas criaturas espiritual en el acto de amor que nos hace un ejemplo para la llamada al mundo. Amar unos a otros. The union of these two beautiful spiritual beings in the holy act of love provides a real example of a call to love one another. Marriage is perhaps the greatest and most challenging adventure of human relationship. No ceremony, and I repeat that to anyone, no ceremony creates your marriage. Only you can do that. Through love, through patience, through dedication, through talking and listening. That's the most important part. You got to listen to each other. Okay? Helping and supporting and believing in each other through tenderness and laughter, through learning to forgive and forget, learning to appreciate your differences, and by learning to make the most important things in your life matter, which is each other and the family and whatever future comes in that beautiful state of love. And the rest you have to learn to let go. We are here to witness and as a support in your love and prayer to always have you both in our hearts, for your adventure begins in this new chapter. And so we come here in the presence of your family and your friends, as well as God, the divine, to proclaim your love. It is your intention to come today to publicly, freely, and without reservation to enter a marriage as companions, promising to love forever. Venimos aquí hoy juntos en la presencia de su familia y sus amistades, así como Dios el Divino, para proclamar su amor. Es su intención venir hoy públicamente, libremente y sin reservas a comprometerse en el matrimonio como compañeros y prometiéndose amarse para siempre.
Yes.
Sí.
I love it. They follow directions because I told them if they said I do, I had to leave. Right? Right? Beautiful. Let's continue. We have a very beautiful person coming up now to read a reading, and that will be Barbara Reyes.
As you may have noticed and will continue to feel throughout the evening, music holds a special place in the hearts of Michelle and Julie. It is a beautiful thread woven through the story of their love. Tonight they have chosen to share their devotion to one another through the power of song lyrics, words that speak to their hearts and souls. For their ceremony reading, they have selected a beautiful collection of lyrics from the talented Mr. Benito Antonio Martinez Ocasio, though you may know him by another name. Iba por mi camino y me perdí. Mi mirada cambió cuando tus ojos vi. Chocamos en el trayecto. Con tu alma es lo que yo conecto. No tiene que ser perfecto. Aquí no existe pecado. Y equivocarte es bonito. Solo mírame con esos ojitos lindos, que con eso yo estoy bien.
I can see why you picked that because it's a very powerful and beautiful way of seeing each other. And, you know, as a minister, I have to give you some parting words, you know, I have to give you inspirational words. So I'm going to talk to you about 25 minutes. Is that okay? There's somebody in the back just went, oh, hell no. No, I told you I was just going to give you a couple words. You got a video person here. She actually connected me so you'll hear everything. And you can play it later on in 10 years, okay? Just to remind you, right? But, you know, Michelle and Julian, your message to each other is very clear. That when you really have a spiritual experience with the person that you want to spend the rest of your life with, everything falls into place. Nothing becomes a challenge. Everything is open. It becomes a bridge. Today, you're going to experience a new chapter, new things, the ability to see life differently, and the ability to understand each other even more. Because that's what marriage is all about. right? And I'm going to tell you something very clearly. You're going to have good days. You're going to have not so good days. You're going to have challenges and you're going to have victories. That's part of life. Everybody who's married here, raise your hand. Do you have problems? And don't lie to the minister. We all have problems. We all have challenges. You know, I told you about my wife, right? She passed away, right? I told you all the things that she had taught me about life and going forward, right? And going forward, even with that challenge. So I invite you to really think about those words today that Barbara read and to think about how it means to you and to go forward every single day. I have found that through life, you have to have something that opens up the door of life. And so I'm going to give you your first official gift. No, it's not a car. I told you last week, right? And it's not a house. Sorry. Not on my pay, all right? Doesn't happen, right? But I am going to give you something to remember this day. And I want you to think about this, right? So I found that a key can open up a lot of things in life. So pick the one that you love the most, the one that calls your attention. I love it. He's such a gentleman. Right? Now I want you to look at it. And I want you to, as a moment you look at it real tight in your heart, close your eyes, and I want you to ingrain in it your love. Fill it with your soul. Fill it with your memories. Fill it with everything you have. And then, like a good marriage, I want you to exchange the keys. And the reason I want you to exchange the keys, because right now, you have each other's keys to each other's hearts. And every time you have a challenge, every time you have something that comes your way, every time, remember why you love each other. Open that heart and become one. And so as this moment comes, I ask you now to hold hands and look at each other's eyes. And I want you to think about this. The key to love is understanding, the ability to comprehend not only the spoken word, but those unspoken gestures, the little things that say so much by themselves. The key to love is forgiveness, to accept each other's faults and pardon mistakes without forgetting, but with remembering what you learn from them. The key to love is sharing, facing your good fortunes as well as the bad together, both conquering those problems, forever searching for ways to intensify not just this happiness, but the happiness of each other forever. The key to love is giving without thought of return, but with the hope of just a simple smile, and by giving in, but never, ever giving up. And finally, the strongest one, which is the hardest one of all, and we're seeing it in this world today. The key to love is respect. Realizing that you are two separate people with different ideas and families, right? And friendships, right? That you do not belong to each other, but that you belong with each other. And so remember that always in your life. And when you have a hard day, when you have a challenge, when you don't want to talk to each other for a moment because that's life, stop, grab the key, and remember that love conquers all. They have chosen to do something very beautiful. I love it. It's something different, right? Which is Michelle and Julian would like to seal their promise to each other, their actual beautiful vows that they wrote to each other, and they're going to seal it, right, as a symbol of remembering. And then way, when you're old and gray, open it up and look at all the beautiful things that you've done together. So I invite you to come up. Okay. So before we start, their beautiful written vows are placed into this envelope, and we begin by adding the melting of the wax. A small bit. And this wax represents divine love onto the envelope. And now they seal it. They are requesting to each other that this symbol will remind them that love is forever. As we bless this now, as this wax seals your vows, May your love be steadfast and strong. May the imprint of this seal remind you that your promise to each other is eternal, held not just in words, but in the very fabric of your hearts. Let us all take a moment now as we close our eyes to reflect and keep this in our hearts for them as a keepsake that they will open on their chosen anniversary. Divine love, God of the universe, this seal, like your love, is imprinted forever. Let it serve as a reminder that no force, no time, no distance can break the bond that you have created in them today and forever. Amen. I, Julian,
I, Julian,
take you, Michelle,
take you, Michelle,
to be my wedded wife,
to be my wedded wife,
to have and to hold
to have and to hold
from this day forward,
from this day forward,
for better,
for better,
for worse,
for worse,
for richer,
for richer,
for poorer,
for poorer,
in sickness
in sickness
and in health,
and in health,
to love
and
to cherish
and to cherish
for all the days of my life.
for all the days of my life.
I, Michelle,
I, Michelle,
take you, Julian,
take you, Julian,
to be my wedded husband,
to be my wedded husband,
to have and to hold
to have and to hold
from this day forward,
from this day forward,
for better,
for better,
for worse,
for worse,
for richer,
for richer,
for poorer,
for poor,
in sickness
in sickness
and in health,
and in health,
to love
to love
and to cherish
and to cherish
for all the days of my life.
for all the days of my life.
As you reflect, look at each other's eyes and then look at each other's hands. For these are the hands of your best friend, young and strong and full of love for you, that are holding you today on this wonderful wedding day, as you promise to love each other today, tomorrow, and forever. These are the hands that will work alongside yours as together you build your future. These are the hands that will passionately love you and cherish you through the years, and with the slightest touch will comfort you like no other. These are the hands that will hold you when fear or grief fills your mind. These are the hands that will countless times wipe the tears from your eyes, tears of sorrow and tears of joy. These are the hands that will tenderly hold your children. These are the hands that will help you to hold your family as one. These are the hands that will give you strength when you need it most. And lastly, these are the hands that even when they wrinkle and age, they will reach each other, still giving you the same unspoken tenderness with just one beautiful, loving touch. Today, 2 came here, 3 are united, and 1 goes forward. May the blessing of light be with you always, light without and light within. And may the sun shine upon you and warm your hearts until it glows like a great fire, so that others may feel the warmth of your love for one another. Ahora vamos a hacer los anillos, ¿ok? Y los anillos son muy interesantes en lo que es la historia del matrimonio. Los egipcios fueron los primeros. La tradición es que ellos creen, hasta este día, fueron los primeros que le dijeron que pusieran el anillo en el dedito de la mano izquierda donde va el anillo. La creencia de ellos hasta este día es que hay una venita que va conectada directamente del dedo donde está el anillo hasta el corazón. Right? So the belief is, the Egyptians still believe to this day, that placing that ring on your ring finger on your left hand, it actually is connected from that ring finger all the way to your heart. Now that's not a radar. That means that it's not for that. It is one of the most powerful instruments for us in marriage. It reminds us that it's made of precious metal, because guess what? It needs work, right? You have to work it. You gotta build it, mold it, make it strong, right? It has sometimes a precious diamond or a gem or something to remind you what? That it is precious, it's strong, it's wonderful. But the most important thing is that it's a circle. And it reminds you that love, the love that you have for each other, is eternal. There's no beginning and no end. And that, my friend, is the most powerful thing to remind you that your love is eternal, unconditional for the rest of your life. May the blessing of our Lord God, the Christ within and the Christ all around us, and the Spirit of God bless these rings to always be a symbol of their love, which is eternal, unconditional. Amen.
Michelle,
I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a symbol
as a symbol
of my love
of my love
and as a reminder
and as a reminder
that I have chosen you
that I have chosen you
to be the one
to be the one
to share my life.
to share my life.
You are the priceless love of my life.
You are the priceless love of my life.
Julian,
Julian,
I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a symbol
as a symbol
of my love
of my love
and as a reminder
and as a reminder
that I have chosen you
that I have chosen you
to be the one
to be the one
to share my life.
to share my life.
You are the priceless love of my life.
You are the priceless love of my life.
You are now one in spirit. Michelle and Julian, love is not a wall. It is a bridge. Love does not confine. It sets you free. It leads you as a pathway winding to places unknown and mysterious. With love to light the way in your life forever, you can meet any challenge together. Recuérdense que el amor no tiene límites. Te libra, te abre las puertas, te da caminos desconocidos y misteriosos, pero te ilumina también el camino con el amor que ustedes tienen, que pueden enfrentar cualquier cosa juntos. And so I invite all of you to help me pray for the beautiful couple together as we close our eyes and open our hearts. Loving and infinite Spirit, amado y eterno Espíritu, we gathered here today in this presence of your divine love, celebrating the sacred union of Michelle and Julian. Their hearts, once separate, now beat as one, woven together in the eternal thread of your life and your grace. Bendice esta unión, oh Dios, para que sea un reflejo radiante de tu amor, con amor paciente, bondadoso y eterno. Que Michelle y Julian caminen siempre de la mano tuya, no solo en los momentos de alegría, sino también en los retos de la vida. Guíalos por tu luz. Dale la sabiduría, la compasión y la fe. Let this marriage be a testament to all, to the beauty of two souls joining together in harmony. May they always see in one another the divine spark that they are, that you have placed in each and every time in their hearts. May their love inspire all who witnesses it, reminding us that you, God, all things are made whole. So today, as they pledge themselves to each other, we affirm that their love is blessed, their bond is sacred, and their journey is held in the embrace of spirit. May peace, joy, and boundless grace fill their hearts now and forever. Hoy se entregan unos a otros, confirmando que su amor está bendecido. Vehículo del sagrado y su camino está sostenido en el abrazo del Espíritu de Dios. Que la paz, la alegría y la gracia infinita llenen sus corazones hoy y por siempre. And so it is, y así es. Amen. So, my two friends, today through your words, you have joined together in matrimony because you have exchanged your vows before these beautiful witnesses and have pledged your commitment to each other and have declared the same by joining hands and by exchanging rings. I now pronounce you husband and wife. What God has united, let no one or anything divide you. You may now kiss your beautiful bride. My friends, it is with great pleasure, con mucho orgullo que le presento, I present to you Mr. and Mrs. Señora y Señor Julian and Michelle Moreno! Come on! It's a celebration! Hey! Hey!
This goes out to my mom. Looks like we made it. Look how far we've come, my baby. We might have took the long way. We knew we'd get there someday. They said, I bet they'll never make it. But just look at us holding on. We're still together, still going strong. Still the one, you're still the one we beat the odds together. I'm glad we didn't listen. Look at what we would be missing. They said, I bet they'll never make it. But just look at us holding on. We're still together, still going strong.
Chris. For most people that know me around here, I'm Rhino. Honestly, I prefer to go by that. I feel like it's eccentric. So it just has like a backstory to it. I got to explain myself. So it's kind of great. It means I'm for sure I did something. So a funny story was good that Julian asked me to do this. I know a lot of people were scared about what I was going to say. 100%. You see, they know. They know. Everybody here knows. You know? Yeah, I agree. You should. You should. But Julian gave me a little shot of moonshine, which is my choice of poison. And he asked me to be the best man, which was great because I actually kept that, laminated it to know to his face that I'm a better man than him. So no matter what he does, it was written by him, signed off by the beautiful wife. So we know it's legit. But regardless of all jokes, you know, I always thought that you have to set the bar. I feel like I raised Julian to a point because I'm kind of crazy. So I raised him to a point, but I always thought he was supposed to be better than me, regardless of what I did. We're here. He's the next generation. We got to make sure he's better. So I always felt, even though through my hiccups, whatever, at least he learned. Maybe that's not the best approach, you know, or the way Rhino do things. Yeah, that's not good. I mean, I picked my poison, and he obviously did the right thing. So I felt it was just making him better. I would sacrifice so he can. It's okay, you know. That's just the way things are. And when he met Michelle, it was really great. Like, this doesn't mean, to be honest, this doesn't mean a lot to me. Michelle's put in the work. They love each other. they're perfect for each other. And that is like, when you find the perfect person for you, it doesn't matter what party you're going to, or whatever you're doing, it doesn't matter. You're perfect for me. So we're going to do it like that. And Michelle told me today, now we're family. I was like, in my head, oh, she walked away quick. Granted, pictures, I get it. No problem. Angles and stuff. But Michelle was family a long time ago. I've always protected my brother to a degree in my way, which he may not agree with, but sometimes you need that guy. So I did that, and I feel that he's in great hands with Michelle. They love each other. And I've considered Michelle family for a long time. She's around my daughter, and she is beautiful, and I know that I'm not the only one who just has my brother back. Now somebody else has his back, no matter what. So I want to thank everybody here for coming tonight. Okay. I know it's been a lot of planning and stuff, but I know this is a lot to my brother, and I'm honored to be up here. As crazy I am, you see, I'm not that crazy. You see, this side of the room proved it wrong. See, Michelle's proud of me. That's like an A+ in college. I took a public speaking class. So with that, I love you guys. You guys have been family to me for a long time. Well, especially Julian. Don't get it wrong, or not adopted or something like that. I know people try to play tricks and stuff, but no, that's not the case. But Michelle, you've always been family to me. There's never been a question about it. Okay, this doesn't mean anything. You've always been family. Okay, thank you for taking care of my brother.
For those very few who don't know me, I'm Katia, Michelle's best friend, cousin, and maid of honor. While preparing to write the speech, I did countless amounts of research and looked through several outlines for the optimal maid of honor speech. They all suggested I start by describing the first time I met the bride. So here we go. One beautiful November day, Michelle was born and we met. That's it, short and sweet. I've known Michelle for 34 years, 3 months, and 17 days to this day, making me, in my humble opinion, extremely qualified to describe her to you today. And how do I describe the person who has held my mental stability together for 34 years? Well, Michelle is fiercely loyal. She is unapologetically herself with a heart just as beautiful as she is. Some of you may not know this, but every year she puts together Halloween costumes for her grandmother to win best dress at her daycare. 3 years running. She's the best godmother any child could ask for. She makes our shirts on her Cricut whenever our group goes to Disney, so we never outfit repeat. She spoils her mother with treats and makeovers and movie nights. She builds everyone's furniture. She's been an exceptional role model and mama duck to Nani. She did my best friend's makeup on her wedding day. She flew to Ohio for a week to help Katie move. She always makes herself available when her coworkers need extra hands for a work event, and she has installed every TV I have ever owned. She learned how to put up my blinds when I wanted to hire someone to do it because she insisted she could do it better. She changed my flat tires. She's done my makeup for every event except this one, and guided me with her wisdom to help whenever I've had any conflict or obstacle in life. Truly, she has always helped everyone with anything they could possibly imagine, and most of you here have witnessed Michelle's generous nature firsthand. That being said, I'm so grateful that Michelle and I have always been surrounded by an exceptional tribe of friends and the best family anyone could pray for. So what do you get the woman that resolves everything for everyone? What man deserves the kind of woman who's so empathetic that her joy stems from helping others? Quite simply, you have to be a man as warm and as kind as Julian. Julian may not know this, but he impressed me very early on in their relationship, which is not easy. This man knew what he wanted early on. This man was confident enough to assume his rightful place next to Michelle early on, and he was not intimidated. I mean, maybe by Michelle, but not by anyone else, which I found very impressive. Since then, he's always put the woman who takes care of everyone else front row and center. While Michelle takes care of everyone, Julian takes care of Michelle. I've been present through their entire relationship, and I've seen him make her softer, Don't worry, Michelle, I'm not saying that you're soft, just softer. You taught her that it's okay to rely on someone else, be someone that she can always count on, and be herself with. Julian, thank you for spending hours pin trading at Disney when you don't actually collect pins. Thank you for taking Michelle to One Direction night at Gramps. Thank you for picking up food for my aunt on the weekends. Thank you for telling my grandmother her hair looks pretty when she goes to La Peluquera. Thank you for playing video games with Michelle's niece and nephew. Thank you for discussing history in the movie Airplane with my dad. Thank you for seamlessly joining our family from the beginning, proving you always belonged there. But most of all, thank you for loving Michelle with every fiber of your being and understanding, as we always have, that she is one of the most special people this world has to offer. I'm so happy you two have found each other. I've always believed that marriage is not about big explosive moments. It's about choosing each other every day in small, consistent ways. It's grabbing a tub of cookies at Costco because your husband's a fiend. It's going to Jonas Brothers concerts because your wife knows every word and her first love was Joe Jonas. It's pretending that you're full so your lady eats the other half of your meal even though she asks you not to order her anything. It's watching The Bachelor with your mother-in-law. It's showing up at every jiu-jitsu tournament and cheering the loudest in the crowd when your man walks onto the mat. It's finding ways to show your love on a daily basis. It's kind and it's gentle like you two have always been. And I have no doubt you two will excel at marriage because you've been doing so since day one. Julian, all I have left to say is I hope you love growing old with her as much as we have loved growing up with her. Now, everyone, please join me in raising a glass to Mr. and Mrs. Moreno.
We didn't have anything prepared, but I'm such a great public speaker that I decided I should take the reins on this one. Thank you. I promised my jiu-jitsu friends I would only speak as long as I spoke at my black belt ceremony. When I got my black belt. That was 45 minutes for everyone who wasn't here. I got carried away, I'll admit it. But really, you know, when we were making the guest list of who to come and who to invite, you know, it was like easy and tough, right? Easy in the sense that I think we had a lot of people who we loved and who we wanted to share this moment with. And hard because, wow, there's so many people that really contributed to like not only our story, but also like our love for each other and our personal growth and stuff. So it was tough in that sense. But when we got to the final list and we kind of like went down, it was crazy because I think I personally knew like 99% of the people and she knew 99, like it was like vice versa, right? The people who I said, hey, I want to invite XYZ, she knew 99% of them, and the people who she wanted to invite XYZ, I knew 99%. And usually at weddings, I always assumed it was his and her side, right? It wasn't really a joint thing. So with that being said, we love you guys. Everyone here is special and important to us in one way, most in multiple ways. So thank you guys for being here and sharing this moment for us. We hope you guys enjoy it. We love you guys very much. Thank you.
It's a beautiful night. We're looking for something dumb to do. Hey baby, I think I wanna marry you. Is it the look in your eyes, or is beautiful night. We're looking for something dumb to do. Hey baby, I think I wanna marry you. Is it the look in your eyes, or is it this dancing juice? Who cares, baby? I think I wanna marry you. Oh, I'll go get a ring, let the choir bells sing like ooh. So what you wanna do? Let's just run, girl. If we wake up and you wanna break up, that's cool. No, I won't blame you. It was fun, girl. Don't say no, 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 no. Just say yeah, 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 yeah. And we'll go, 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 go. If you're ready, like I'm ready. 'Cause it's a beautiful night. We're looking for something dumb to do. Hey baby, I think I wanna marry you. Is it the look in your eyes, or is it this dancing juice? Who cares, baby? I think I wanna marry you. Just say I do. Tell me right now, baby. Tell me right now, baby. Baby, just say I do. Tell me right now, baby. Tell me right now, baby, baby. Oh, it's a beautiful night. We're looking for something dumb to do. Hey, baby, I think I wanna marry you. Is it the look in your